To the internet. Oh, we're live. It says right there we are live, and it should tell us how many viewers we have. Now, what were we talking about before we got interrupted? And I thought the microphone wasn't working. Uh, and then see, we can even go like this. So we can depends on how much. Whoa, how much we want to see ourselves. And then she got the original Rod Rios on. Oh, we were talking. Well, we were talking about lying about our age. No, there was something else though. You asked a question. I said, "Well, we'll wait and talk about it." She's got lots of questions, and oh, that's the only downside. The fireplace isn't working. I'm gonna have to go back there and get it to work. No, it's not working. Oh well, it's always some bullshit. And
That's always true.
yep. Did you want a pillow so you could sit up higher, or we could turn the camera down lower? Then it takes away from the green
Yeah,
screen.
it'd probably be nice because
That's kind of a tough chair, huh?
I don't have any padding in that.
That's what I say. Hard to believe that Renee Rios. Here, hold this and just I don't know, sing something.
There's
Say your
you need
alphabet.
something to sit on.
Let me test it like this. I've come to you from this office 37 times. And in those times, uh, yeah, let me get you. There's Aries.
Oh, look at.
I think this is a good one.
Be careful, kitty.
I see him. He wants to come and get on the show. There, don't try that. Moving back where we are. All right, that's a lot better. Look at that. Now, I guess, how do we get the hello there, baby? And then for this technology, and then hold on. There we go. So we got our own studio right here. Mom's holding the thing. Was there anything else you would? What else we were talking about? Something, and I was going to look at it. I forget stuff sometimes. How about you? Fuck. You could use it to your advantage. It's like do a bunch of bullshit, then I don't remember. I don't know.
See that?
Fuck if I know. I got Alzheimer's.
I bet you could get a lot of laughs after what you just said.
You like that? I thought she's running the act now. That's funny. I promised the comedy club you're going to come up on stage with me.
No.
Well, you just stand there. You don't have to say anything.
Oh, good.
You want to try it? They'll probably love you better than me. And what's so funny was, what was I talking about? Forgetting stuff, and then say you have Alzheimer's, you go shoplifting and just break all kinds of. But I guess you got to be older. I couldn't get away with it yet. But when I get older, whether if I have Alzheimer's or not, I might just go cause a bunch of grab women's ass and say, "Oh, I have Alzheimer's. I don't remember."
Yeah.
Fucking can't get in trouble. Just do all kinds of shit. Run your credit card up. I don't know. I didn't do it. Fun with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, you could go ahead and say, I'm 77 years old, like they were doing with me.
You don't think you are?
I don't think I look like
No.
70.
Well, how old do you feel old? Either. I do. They say age is just a number, but that's bullshit. Is what I think.
I don't know, but 77 years old now. If I was 77 years old, I think I'd have way more wrinkles than I have.
Oh, you're doing it from that standpoint. Well, when you there he is. How old are you? I told you if you ignored him. Aries' cat is here. He is.
Wow.
He's.
Are you hungry?
Oh, he's not hungry. He's been eating all night. He's wanting some love now. Now, if I tried to, he probably wants his own chair. Aries, kitty, 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 kitty. You want to go on live? Come on, kitty, 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 kitty. Are you trying to get him to talk?
Yeah.
He doesn't say much. I don't think he'll let me pick him up.
He's hungry.
He is not hungry. He's got a.
Oh, it's a she?
Yeah. Well, no, it's a he. But he identifies as a male cat, and he's fixed, but they left his nuts, so they call him dry sack. Aries, you want to get up here?
She says, I'm just a baby kitty.
He's 7. Oh, see now how he doesn't let you pick him up? Boy, he thought he just knew.
You weren't gonna.
I was gonna try and get him on the screen.
Oh.
Well, he's maybe he's camera shy.
If you can maybe like
put another chair there. Oh, you know what? Hold this.
I bet that.
And sing these eyes. I wonder if I put his chair there. If he'd sit there.
That would probably work.
You know how cats are. You can't. They won't do shit. You want to get up on your chair? screen next to you. You won't get on the screen now. Just leave it and then don't say anything to it.
Oh, and she'll just jump on its own.
We hope. You can't tell them nothing.
With cats, no.
Oh, nothing. If you pick them up to come in the room, they run out. But if you shut the door, they want in. He was sitting out there the whole time. Why can't I come in? Then you invite him in, and then he doesn't want to come in. So we're supposed to be anonymous, but I think you got a great story about we call it AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, 12-step programs, and you've been real diligent about it. No, definitely don't like weed, but marijuana. We won't talk about that. Just drinking though. And you just stopped and then went to AA and never drank again. Because I've had problems with relapsing over and over again.
Oh, I think I had a couple of them,
But you lasted over 40 years.
something like that. Yeah, but well, no, you can't say that. If they saying I'm 40 years old, then
No, 40 years of AA.
oh, okay.
But how did you do it? Because some people cannot get sober, or they relapse a lot, like that guy Jimmy, or myself. About every 5 years, I'll just get real drunk.
Well, I had like two or three, where I got drunk and then a month or two come back.
Yeah,
But after a while, you get tired of doing that.
just same old bullshit.
Yeah,
And you never felt like doing it again?
not really. No.
Yeah, like, what about? God damn it! I'm just gonna get drunk mostly when you're pissed off,
Uh,
but you don't act on it.
I think I'd be more wanting to kill somebody.
Well, you told me it's better to drink than either kill yourself. And then it goes.
No.
They said if you've gone from suicidal to homicidal, that's an improvement. I don't know.
Well, I think like I said, be more in to kill somebody than smoking.
Or drinking. You just know.
Well,
Would you like to drink vodka?
anything I could drink.
Anything. I saw you drink vodka or beer. Beer's not that great. I think beer is overrated, and wine is overrated. My favorite's tequila. I miss the flavor, and a lot of people. Have you ever had tequila? Tequila. Do you know about tequila?
No, I don't like any of that.
It's a stronger alcohol. It's like a Mexican vodka, I guess you'd say, or whiskey. So tequila's made from the agave plant. I have some if you want to taste it and then spit it back out. It's got a good flavor, and it's really expensive. And because the agave plant only matures every 7 years, so they can only harvest so much of it, and it only grows in one specific region of Mexico, Jalisco. That's the state, and anything outside of that state they can't call it tequila. So it's scarce in the marketplace. So a good tequila, premium tequila, is $50 to $60 for just a small bottle. Well, and then if you're like me, I used to drink it all the time. A lot of people just do shots. That's not how you do it. That's I don't want to say uneducated people would do it. That's the myth in the United States, and in Mexico they drink it like a scotch or something, and you can tell from the different brands like Don Julio, Patron. Oh, what are some others? Herradura, Hornitos. There's a bunch of different brands, and by the brand, each brand has a different flavor, and I think they age it too. I'm not sure. Now, see, I should know that. Today's lesson is Alcoholics Anonymous. Yet we're also studying tequila in case you're going to relapse. And some people think it's too strong. It's the main ingredient in the drink called margaritas. Now, have you ever had margaritas? Remember margaritas?
Mm-hmm.
So tequila is a distilled beverage made from the blue agave plant. You got to see this plant. It's beautiful.
That's pretty.
That's now I have a plant similar to that in my yard, but it's called a yucca plant, and it's different. And you can't make yucca. It says yucca tequila. I never heard of that. That's false. Too much information. See how they're similar looking?
Yes. Yeah.
No, that's the yucca.
Ooh, that's
plant.
pretty.
I have those in my yard. I'll show you in the morning. That's the agave that grows. It's like aloe vera plant too. When you cut it, it's got I think it's in the succulent family. Does it say? We're learning about tequila. We're skipping right over the AA stuff and all the knowledge you need to know. Don't drink, you won't get drunk. But for some people, it is a lot harder. So it is agave, yada yada. The plant is from the aspergillus. I don't know what that means. Is that a succulent? No. Oh, just it just infinite. Okay, so the blue agave plant. The plant favors attitudes of. Oh yeah, it's at it says altitudes of more than 5,000 feet. So it grows in rich sandy soil. You can't really grow it in the ground in Iowa. You can grow it in a pot or something, but mostly it's got to grow in the ground, and it gets really big. The blue agave plant. It's such a beautiful plant. See how it's spiky, and then it says yes, it does flower too. It's rarely kept as a houseplant, but a 50-year-old blue agave in Boston grew to be 30 feet tall, requiring a hole in the greenhouse roof, and it flowered in the summer of 2006. I want to see if you can see the blue agave flower. I think it only flowers every so often. Blue agave flower. And so the flower on it's weird because it's not like your typical what you think is of a flower. And it's not letting me look at it. So let's go back here. There, that's a drawing of it. It's more like a separate plant. Oh, that's a good representation. We should probably share that with the audience, but they have Google if they want to look. So there's the plant, and then this stalk that looks like bamboo comes out, and that's the flowers on it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And then I think it only flowers. Doesn't even say. Every tequila is produced by removing the plants in its seventh and 14th year, depending on the growth rate. The heart is stripped, and its leaves. It's like a giant. It's like a giant artichoke. They take the heart of it out, and then they process that into the tequila by. Let's see. What they do is they. Oh, that's a pretty one. They put it in a. It's called a humidor. Humidor, which is a no, block that. A humidor is where they cook it. That's also random. So there's the heart of the agave. That guy is actually the humidor. So what's the cooking oven called? So he harvests this down to that's the plant they make tequila. And so maybe it's a humidor. I don't know. You see the guy when they harvest the plant. So what do they cook it in? Tequila cooker, I guess you'd call it. They roast it in these like that. So they took the heart of it and roast it. Well, they can roast it in a smaller one too. That's how it started. I wonder what the history of it is. So they cut the plant down to the heart of it, and then they put it in a big. These are giant ovens, but they have smaller ones. An autoclave is what they call that. I wish you could see like the oldie timey ones where they're. It's just like a chimenea almost. I could put oven. That's another word. Oven. That. There it is. That's cool. Like the old brick oven, like that.
Yeah.
That's how it got started in the olden days. They just have a. Those are still almost too big. It's like a fireplace almost.
Yeah.
So then they cook that, or they start to slow roast it, and for somehow that becomes tequila. That's the old ovens there. It doesn't tell too much in that Wikipedia. Let's see. So then it says Mexican laws. Oh yeah, here we go. We navigated away. It was first produced in the 16th century near the city of Tequila. It's a fermented beverage. Let's see. It was consumed pre-Columbian. I wonder how they just figured it out. I was curious about that stuff. Production. There's the guy cutting it up, harvesting. So it has a real unique flavor. Now they also hold this. So you can hear us. So when it's not made into yeah, I can't say that. When it's not made into tequila, it's also a sugar substitute where um, it's blue agave syrup, and I use that in my. It's low glycemic. How do you spell syrup? You spell syrup. There it is. It's listening. syrup, blue agave syrup. So they use that as a sugar substitute. And here we go. Agave syrup. So instead of, you can have a non-alcoholic, but it's not got the same flavor. Agave syrup produced from the agave plant, and it's like it's got a lot of nutrients in it. Glycemic index. Blue agave syrup has a relatively high sweetness. It's sweet as like a syrup, like a maple syrup, having an effect on blood sugar comparable to fructose itself, is measured by the low glycemic index. So it's good for, I don't know if people with diabetes can do it, but it doesn't give you the spike, or it's like a honey.
Mm.
It's really good.
Well, haven't ate honey in I don't know how long.
Yeah, I mean, you can use that as a sweetener, but I mean, I guess that's okay too. And it says blue agave versus honey. Ultimately, oh, it says honey is a healthier choice. Is agave better? Honey is the clear winner. Both honey and agave nectar are caloric sweeteners and offer little nutritional value. Honey is better than agave because it's higher in antioxidants. That makes sense. Agave syrup is much higher in fructose than plain syrup. No, so it's actually better than sugar, but not as good as honey. Less people worry about the bees, but then there's the plants. Because I thought diabetics could use it. Agave syrup comes from the agave. Oh, they call it a cactus. It's in the cactus family. The same plant that makes tequila. This sweet nectar has a low glycemic index, so it doesn't spike your blood sugar, making it diabetic friendly. But it is, but agave syrup is very high in fructose, much more so than even corn syrup. Is it safe for diabetics? Marginally better than table sugar. Huh. Well, anyway, I like it and it tastes good, and I don't have diabetes. So I don't have to worry about it. What's our next topic? We've been talking for 17 minutes. We have 0 watchers now, but it's insane fuckheads. So I've got it scrolling across the bottom here. It says insane fuckheads. Do you ever remember calling people insane fuckheads? Yeah.
They call me back
What's it?
saying you're
They'd say it back to you?
yeah, say, well, you're what insane fuckhead too.
I don't know where you came up. That's a Renee Rios original. Well, some people.
Oh, good fucking dad. Now, can you tell
What was
us?
her nickname for him? Syphilis hands.
And I was like 7 or 8 years old. You fucking whore. Called me a whore
Uh,
and a fucking bitch, just like my dad. Because me and my dad were like this, and no wonder a little kid want to be close to. I mean,
now he never got mad at you or
she
yelled or spanked your dad.
huh?
Your dad, he never spanked you or yelled at you. Really?
Never. Oh,
Hmm.
well, he'd say I got to go to work,
Mm-hmm.
and she just used me like I don't know,
What'd you call it? Cinderella?
maybe a horse or somebody that got I don't like seeing horses when they're running down like
Well, yeah.
and being whipped with something to get the horse to run more.
When I first time I rode a horse, you're supposed to kick them and stuff, and they said that their hide is really thick, but I don't know. We should look
I
at
don't
a
believe
horse.
that. Have you ever touched their backs and their
Well,
face?
they're beautiful animals. I haven't been around. So we could put a does whipping. a horse make them run faster, or is it animal cruelty?
I think so.
Whips typically aren't abused, but are actually sparingly used. Well, that's by the jockeys. But some riders resemble a madman beating the devil out of the horse. Why does hitting a horse make them run faster? In the general public's eyes, repeatedly beating a horse during a race is perceived as animal cruelty, like you were saying, especially when it seems the horse is giving everything it can muster to win the race. How many times can a racehorse be whipped? During the last few years, there's been many discussions on setting a limit on the number of times a jockey can strike a horse during a race. No law has been enacted, but it makes me wonder if there's any regulations. Let's see. But it's not even saying. Does whipping a horse hurt it? When racehorses make their final turn and head down the home stretch, the jockeys are wildly striking them to get to the final push to win the race. Watching this surely makes me think the riders are hurting the horse, but is this a fact? Modern whips used in horse racing are strictly regulated to cause the least amount of pain possible. Aha. They're designed with shock absorber, but it still says it still hurts them, I wonder. Today's whips are jockeys. Whips doesn't hurt a horse. The whips used in horse racing are lightweight. Uh, the whip is designed to create a noise, not pain. Recently, a reporter from The Guardian allowed a jockey to hit him with the whip. That sounds perverted. As hard as the rider hits a horse and found it wasn't painful. Huh. Sometimes a jockey's whip does hurt a horse. A study of horse jockeys used whips conducted uh, in Australia to determine horses were hurt when whipped, and they found the use of padded whips to be ineffective. They examined 350 races and found more than 80% of the hits left in. Oh, so yeah, it does. I mean, it's almost like the often riders hit the horse in the abdomen. The problem with hitting horses in the stomach is it's much more painful than striking them on the hind quarters, where there's a lot of muscle on the hind quarter, but the abdomen there's not. Perception whipping a horse. Well, huh. That was carefully worded. Does the whip hurt the horse? It says that it doesn't, but whips can cause bruising and inflammation. However, the horse has a resilient skin. Is it bad? Horses' skin is not only thinner than humans, but maybe more sensitive to pain. Whipping horses is likely to be the science in whipping the horse. It's an outdated and cruel practice, beating exhausted horses across the finish line.
You know, that horse looks happy, but some of
Well,
those,
then it's not getting whipped. I mean, it's got its bit in its mouth. I hear what you're saying. So I wonder if we can. Well, I'm off that subject. So you're right. There's Dolores Del Rio. So, you got anything happy to say? That's a sad story, but a long time ago, that's what a lot of people did. She was born what in the 1909. Do you know when your grandparents were born?
I can't remember. No,
In that probably, well, she was born in 1909. They're probably born in the 1800s sometime. Do you remember your grandparents' names?
my grandparents' name.
Yeah. Let's see. There was. I don't remember their name. Your grandparents' name.
My grandparents were in Nana, wouldn't she? Because
Um,
I I'm Renee, and then they're the boys, and then I suppose my grandmother.
do you remember your grandfather's name or grandpa's name?
My grandfather died young because he was working all the time, and then my grandmother did too.
Oh yeah,
But they were just
on the farm or something.
yeah. On
I
the
couldn't do that. I don't know how they did it.
I don't. I think I would like to go back doing that. I'm getting too
Well,
old.
that's a lot of work. You do it part time. I just don't know how people. You just get in the habit. You gotta get up early. So my grandmother's, your mom is one of them, is Phyllis. And then your dad's name was Russell. Then my dad, Dolores was Grandma Kuhlenbeck. She lived forever, 97, and she was still smoking. That's why I think I can get away with it. And then there was his dad, or my grandpa, Wendell. He died kind of young. Well, both the Wendells died fairly, I think, young for nowadays. My dad was 47 and his dad was
Wow,
54.
40. Oh no.
And then my great grandpa Lawrence. I remember my great grandpa's name, Lawrence, whose nickname was Brownie because he'd get real dark working the fields all the time. It just brown, look looked like a Mexican. No, he did got real dark skinned. That's probably whatever his heritage was. Because I've seen pictures of him. But so he died at, I want to say he died in 1948. I looked it up the other day. So he was 56. They all died in their 50s. And that's not.
He must have worked himself to death.
Wait, I forgot. He killed himself because his wife died of cancer and he died of a broken heart. And he shot himself with a
Oh.
shotgun in his heart instead of his
He
face.
must have really loved her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's why he shot himself in his heart. Went out in the barn. He just couldn't take it. I don't know if she'd been
And
dead.
what did
Maybe
she die of?
cancer. Yeah. And so they'd been married
Well,
forever.
if you love somebody that much and been with them, I think
He just died of a broken
yeah,
heart.
I think I'd kill myself too. And because how many people together could love each other that much?
Yeah, for a long time. Too,
Yeah.
for 30 years or something.
And a lot
And
of people stay married and say, "Good, let them die." Soon I.
Yeah, that's rare. I don't know very many people. I can only think of two really off the top of my head that been married to the same person from one guy for 30 years. And I don't want to break anybody's anonymity, but I have an uncle, dad's uncle. You can say his first name. Well, we don't have to say their names because that might give them away. But 46 years he's been married. Got married when he was, I think, 21 and she was 19. And they're still
Wow.
together. And
Wow.
and I've never really heard him say a bad word about her either. It's just, that's like a miracle. Because something happens, somebody dies or piss somebody off, or you know what I mean. It's almost a crapshoot. You just try real hard. Tried to get along with you, man, and you remember that, and you just don't know. But it's I've got a couple best friends that I've known. Well, about three of them. I knew one guy since first grade, then a couple others since high school. We're still friends. This guy Mark, markrushton.com. We can talk about, go to markrushton.com, and I've known him for, I don't want to, let's see, 83, almost 37 years. And we talk almost every day on the phone or send a little message. And
Like,
it's
were
weird.
you guys brothers?
No, just best friends. And we started on the radio station in high school. He had a radio show down at Tech High, and that's that. And then, well, before that, Dad, when I was a little kid, Dad got me a tape recorder to play with. When I was 4, and it'll record your voice. And everybody goes, "You sure talk a lot. You must like the sound of your voice." And I said, "Well, yes, actually, I do. I worked real hard at it." And then I worked with Mark at the high school radio station and then the college radio station. And I've always tried to do something, whether I get paid or not, in that area. Like we're doing now, we're doing a video because I like it. It's just, and I think I have an okay talent for it. But you know what I mean? If you do something you like, whether you're getting paid for it or not, it'd be real nice to get paid for it. You can send me money at. This goddamn green screen doesn't. Mom's got to eat, Doesn't want to put her in the home.
Well, and the grandchildren need to be fed too.
I don't have any of those yet that I know of. No, not yet. No. It gets mighty cold in the winter in Iowa, and prices are going up too.
Well, since when? I keep waiting for a little bit of cold.
Well, it's been hot lately, but
Yeah.
you come February, you'll go, God damn it! When hell freezes, you called it ice hell one year.
Ice water.
I know. No, it was so cold in Iowa. And it was about February, and I was living in Texas. Like, oh, how's it going? You go, what's the temperature down there? Oh, it's about 70 degrees. And you go, fuck you. It's an ice hell. I mean, the car froze to the ground. We couldn't leave the house. It gets pretty cold.
Where?
Here in Iowa. Did you forget?
Well, here lately, it just
because it's been summertime. Well, yeah, it's pretty nice night out. We should go back outside and listen how quiet it is.
I just don't remember it being this. Usually by September or October, it started getting cold,
chilly, yeah.
And now it just keeps getting hotter and hotter.
Well, she's trying to. It's not global warming, but it is climate change. But what I can't believe is my peppers. Today is September 12th, so it's almost the middle of September. They're not ready for harvest, and I planted them in the middle of May. Shouldn't they be ready for harvest by now?
Yeah, see?
That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
And it was a good season. There wasn't too much rain or too much heat. There wasn't a drought or a flood. And there's another thing we could check on. Here we are with the farm report. You ever listen to those guys? This is Clemish Dimish with WHO Farm Report. Beans are looking good. Corn tall. Are you losing your pillow?
I wonder if I put that there that my back would.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Now I hear that dog barking. It could be anything. It could be a burglar, or it could be
Oh,
a
that
raccoon. Does that
feels
feel good?
better.
Okay, so I was going to look up harvest and then harvest season in Iowa. It's the middle of September, and it was for my peppers, and I planted them in May in Iowa. Or maybe it's not harvest season yet. In Iowa, some farmers begin harvesting corn in mid-September, so it's just now. I was wrong. I was wrong. Lived in Iowa all these years and fucking wrong. Though most harvests take place in October, those peppers could grow till October. And that's just corn. Iowa crop is not harvest. When the corn matures more slowly. Well, I didn't know that. What about soybeans? They can go all the way till December. Well, I learned something. Yeah, I learned it. So I was just going to put peppers. So I got hot peppers. How come I didn't know that? I always thought it was. Maybe that's true. There's a crop harvest calendar. So are peppers go into. There's the calendar. Well, it
Well,
says you can harvest those in July.
oh, blueberries. Got a lot of good stuff on there.
Oh, I just downloaded something I didn't mean to download. Hot and sweet peppers. Hot and sweet
Oh, I
peppers.
love
Oh,
those.
those are good. When can I plant peppers? Peppers are a warm season crop. Plant peppers in the garden after the danger of frost is past. In central Iowa, where we are, peppers can be planted in mid May. That's exactly when Kylie bought all those for me. It was wonderful. We went to Good Greenhouse near Ankeny,
But
and
this,
they're the best.
what does it say? May?
May's when I planted them,
Yeah.
and then it says planting site, yada yada. But when is I didn't plant them far enough apart. Next year, I'll give them even more space. I thought I planted them. It says 18 inches apart. I measured them out, but they're turning into trees. I didn't know they grew that well. And then it's not saying when harvest is. It just says you can do this. You can actually search within the document harvest, and it's complaining harvest. It's not. It tells you when to plant them, but not when to harvest them. And I did that twice. I downloaded that. Radishes, lettuce. This is your planting and harvesting times in Iowa, in central Iowa. I'm not even seeing peppers on here. They give this stupid chart that's hard to read. Peppers, it shows it nothing, and eggplants. So we go up here. That's when you plant them. When's the harvest? Must be that dot dot dot. These are stupid pictures. This is the last time they did it. You should just tell me like this. Planting seedlings in mid-May. Last practical date for planting is all the way till June. I could have planted all the way till June, but I planted early as soon as possible because I wanted to early harvest them. And it's still not telling me when I can harvest them. It said September on the other ones. Planting and harvesting times in Iowa. I just saw that already. Growing peppers like a master. So that's good to know. I was gonna. Uh, then I can search it so I don't have to read it. Just do harvest. I spelling harvest wrong. Harvest. Well, I should go back here and say planting steps of harvesting. Well, I don't have that machine. I'm just hand harvesting. Usually when you kind of pull on them, and if they fall off, they tug a little bit. You're not ready to harvest. But if you go like that and they fall off, then they're ready to. That's what I didn't you teach me that? I don't know where I got that idea. So I'm gonna go back here again. I put harvest season Iowa and then peppers. Hot peppers actually is what I grew.
Boy, some of those can really burn your mouth too.
Right. So I just use them sparingly for cooking, just for flavor. But yeah, not just to eat by themselves. It's still not telling me what month is harvest time. Typically late September or October. What is the growing season for peppers? Peppers grow in warm weather. Plant them. We knew that. Plant fall peppers. Yeah. What time of year is harvest time? Autumn. Iowa crops, planting calendar, growing hot peppers. Let's see if this is any good. Boy, you know what? I should make something and put it on the internet because everything we've seen so far is bullshit. I haven't found a decent. Oh, okay. There we go. And then they give this stupid chart, and it says that you can harvest, and so maybe a couple more weeks, all the way into a couple weeks. So I'll just keep letting them grow. I get impatient too. You ever get impatient on? I just want to pick them, and they're not ready.
Yes.
The ones I grew that are kind of ready. I didn't have to do hardly any weeding at all this year because I used.
Well, with the heat we've had,
Mhm.
I I put some out, and then they
Yeah,
just
they
I'm trying to say shriveled
shriveled up.
up.
Yeah. Now the Thai peppers I grew aren't that long yet, so maybe I need to let them grow longer.
But I don't know what anybody's stuff is. If that they're so hot out there, they just die unless they're. I wonder if people when it's that hot, if you put them in a like a tent or something to protect them and
Yeah,
give them plenty of water.
a lot of water. I've had to hardly water or weed. Well, I used really good soil. So the plants I'm growing right now they look like this, but they actually I'm going to leave them alone because they're supposed to be even longer.
And
Because I
then
thought they turned red like that, but they're supposed to be longer.
they seem to be doing fine.
Oh, they're a prolific plant, and when you cut them open, they're full of seeds too. Maybe I could save some of the seeds. That's don't you still have some heirloom seeds around from
What kind?
tomatoes and stuff? Well, you call them heirloom, where you keep them. Like you start growing stuff in the '70s, and each year that goes by, you save the seeds from the plant. Do you do that anymore?
Not really, but uh, I remember taking seeds out and letting them dry, and then put them in the ground.
The next year?
Well, no, because at least in our house,
Yeah.
they dry them out, and you could have more. I love peppers, red peppers. I just take them off there. I used to get in
Like
trouble as a little kid. I'd take them and instead of washing them, I just eat them all up because
you're
I
talking
love
about the
them.
red bell peppers.
Yeah. Well,
See, I
any
should have grown that.
you seen the ones that's kind of skinny, look like
Call them like a banana pepper.
yeah,
Are they spicy?
because these are nice, but the one that you showed were really that's a bell pepper.
They're more sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like them all. I'll just sit
I
down there and
think
eat them,
that they're in the.
wash them off. Sometimes if it's raining, I just
Oh,
pick
look,
them
they
and
have
start
purple
eating.
ones.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never seen one of those.
I don't know. Maybe they have them at that Whole Foods. They also have purple carrots that are real sweet and blue potatoes. You ever seen blue potatoes?
No,
We need to go shopping. What time's Whole Foods open? Whole Foods. Well, there's also that other one, but that's the best in Iowa. You looking for that cat?
yeah, where's she at? Or he?
He slipped out. He identifies as a man.
Did it run up back outside?
No, I didn't let him out, but he's got a cat door that we don't talk about. Let's see. I want to know what time the one in West Des Moines opens. West Des Moines. Probably open it. It opens at 8 a.m. So in 4 hours, we should go to this place. You've never been here. They started in Iowa or in Austin. Let's see. That's their pepper selection. I don't know if they
Wow,
have.
that looks good.
Let me open the. Can we open that? Make that picture bigger. There we go. They have. Well, that's tomatoes. We just have. You just have to go there, and then. So blue potatoes are kind of creamy. Potatoes. Blue potato.
I've
There's.
never ate blue potatoes or even
There
seen
they
them.
are. Yeah. Oh, they're crazy. Look at this.
Are they good?
Uh, they're kind of difficult. They're. Let's read about them. They're kind of I say they're kind of creamy when you like say if you bake them or fry them. They're different than a sweet potato. They're hard to find too and expensive. Let's see. Blue potatoes. Uh, Here it is. The Adirondack blue potato is a potato variety with blue flesh and skin with a slight purple tint, released by Cornell University potato breeders. Oh, they've only been around since 2003. They're a new breed. The varieties are purple skin, the tubes, chips, but cannot be chips. Unlike most potato varieties, susceptible, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it doesn't tell you too much about it. So I'll look up.
I bet those are good.
Well, let's see if as French fries. They're better than sweet potato. I really don't care for sweet potatoes.
I don't know.
I don't know why people think
I don't like
they're
them.
overrated. You're right. Fuck sweet potatoes. And also, what's the difference between a sweet potato and a yam? There's a difference. We'll get back to this in a second. I'm just gonna put it up there. Sweet potato versus yam. We'll hold that thought. I want to get back to uh, purple French fries, crispy oven roasted.
Purple French fry.
Yeah,
That
well, or
sounds
blue.
that sounds good. I've never had any of those.
Let's see what it says. Blue potato salad. That just sounds gross. Blue potato fries. Air fryer. Here we go. I got that air fryer. I just want to see if it says what it tastes like. Da, 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 da. Something. High in potassium, which is supposed to have a high blood pressure, they say. Though smaller, they make stellar French fries. They're medium starch at a variety. One bag directions. I should put taste on here. Blue potato fries taste. They might taste better as fries. At one time, I tried to bake them, and they got a creamy kind of a. They're not as starchy. Let's see. What does a blue potato taste like? Typically, the taste of the blue potato has been described as rich and nutty, though there are some non-blues that have a similar flavor. There's enough starch in a blue potato to make them good for mashing, but they're also moist and waxy enough to hold the potato together. Hmm. How to cook them? How do they taste? You want fries with that? French fry taste, huh? Well, I don't even know if we could find them, but we go looking for them. And then the difference between a sweet potato and a yam. There's a chart right here. If I was more sophisticated, I could add this chart. Watch this. Let's see if I can do it. Share screen, Chrome tab. I'm always afraid something be in there I don't want anybody else to see. And then open this in a new image. And then come over here back to our thing. And then we're there, 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 there. Or I can add it to the whole screen if people want to see us. Oh, there it is. And then I can do this. And now the viewers at home can see that I want this screen right here. So how do I get that screen? I got it right there. Let's go back and see if everybody can see that screen. It's gonna make me murder people. Yeah, I want that screen. StreamYard. It's not giving it to me. Oh, I know what to do. I do. It's kind of a learning curve. I stopped sharing it. I go here and I go to share the screen. You remembering all this?
Boy,
Share the screen. You remember all this? Share the screen. What's that?
those like they got the picture on there. You look way different than that.
Oh, in real life, yeah.
You look way good looking in those pictures of you on here.
I know. You can't win it all.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't win them all.
it sometimes I look at it. That's not, looks like no
That didn't look like. Yeah, it adds pounds. If you had the lighting and all this different stuff. All right, let's try this again. Now, I don't want that page. I want this page. I don't want that page. I don't want that page. I don't want that page. I want share screen, Chrome tab, sweet potatoes infographic, share. There it is. View tab on StreamYard and go here, and there. Ta-da! That was a lot of work. You gotta remember all that stuff. It still says insane fuckheads down there.
I bet those would be good.
Okay, so sweet potatoes are thin, reddish brown skin. We don't have to read it. Orange and white or purple flesh, sweet flavor. Sometimes called a yam, so sometimes they market the sweet potato as a yam, but it's not. Then a yam is rough textured brown skin, pale starchy flesh with it says a neutral color, not widely available in grocery stores. So it's just a misnomer that people call it yams. They get them confused, but there is a difference. Stop sharing that and do this, and we could do something different here. The whole time it's been saying insane fuckheads. Now that's funny. And then the fuck.
Repeat what you said.
Well, it was going across the bottom. I forgot I did that. You can put any words you want, like this rodrios.com or What's that other one? Hold this. How do you spell syphilis? What was that nickname? What's funny is syphilis. It is syphilis. You said that, and correct me if I'm wrong. Let's just pretend that you said it, whether it's right or wrong. You go over here, and so you can type a word in there, and then you can go over here, you add it, and then you just do this. Now it says syphilis hands, which you said, which you said your mom's, huh?
Have you been talking to my mother?
To your mom, yeah. And she used to tell your daddy, "Get your syphilis hands away from me." Now what's fucking even funnier about that was her name was Phyllis, and it was syphilis. And she was. When you say if you point somebody, you got three fingers pointing back at you. He should have called her, made fun of her name, and called her Syphilis Marie O'Brien. Phyllis, syphilis. Okay, we're done with that. They're kicking us right off the internet. This is not Sonny and Cher. This is just Sonny and too much sharing. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the morning, but we should go. 8 a.m. I can't believe they opened at 8 a.m. Which, well, shit, is it Monday already? Or is it Sunday? Or it's only
we
Sunday.
need to go to Mayo Clinic.
Does syphilis go away? They got a cure for it now.
Well, what is syphilis anyway?
What is syphilis? Telmed tape number 192, syphilis. Let's see, they got Telmed. She's a good mom. Her sex talk was, don't be getting those whores fucking pregnant. Just make sure you wear a goddamn condom if they're on the pill. And even if they're on the pill, still wear a condom. And don't believe a bitch if she says she's pregnant, get a DNA test. And I'm like, okay. Sounds about right.
What is that? Looks like it's...
What's that? We're working on our act for I don't even know how to spell syphilis anymore. What is syphilis? Telmed tape
I gotta
one.
take my glasses.
Take off your
start
Rios.
crying.
Let's see. Let's
you ever laugh so hard
do you
and
think
start crying?
Do you think you have a clue to what it is? It says it's a sexually transmitted disease, so you got to have sex to get it. So that's one way to avoid it. And then it's just signs and symptoms of syphilis vary, and it's just gross. And I guess can women get it too? Oh, yuck! We will not be sharing that graphic image. Just take my word for it. Is that it makes your penis look black with big giant canker sores. Look at this guy. He's a syphilis head. I think your brother is a syphilis head. Goddamn insane living in the basement syphilis head. You'll never watch this anyway. Good Lord. Is that what caused? That'll make you never want to have sex ever.
You should do stand up and make bunches of money doing that.
Oh, she's a real. She doesn't know. Hold on. We're gonna go do stand up together. Here, look at this. I got a couple of times where I tried it. There's let's see. Rod Rios. There we go. I brought Passman up on stage. And then see, that's me. And then we're gonna go there. Here's where I make them laugh. There wasn't very many people there. Okay, we're gonna not watch that. You're gonna be a celebrity next week. Watch that at YouTube. Oh, I'm hungry all of a sudden. How about you? Are you hungry?
Yeah,
we'll knock this off and get something to eat. And come back later and do some more material. That's good. You should be a stand-up comedian.
Well, if
that's hilarious.
If enough people hear you, they'd be cracking up like I am.
And you're going Tuesday. What day is Tuesday?
It's good to laugh, though.
Hell yeah.
It is.
Just laugh till you shit your pants.
Well, you don't have to go overboard.
No. Well, was Jimmy O pretty funny guy? Remember him? Whole lot of power. He's crazy.
He just I think he did that to scare people.
He did a good job.
Yeah, but he just acted grumpy. But anytime I talked to him, he acted normal.
Hey there,
yeah.
Jimmy O.
Yeah,
it was his shtick. Everybody loved him. Couldn't stay sober. But you know what? He kept people sober. Isn't that weird? It's a kind of a dichotomy.
It
It
is.
just, you know, towards the end of his life, did he could stay sober for what 10 years or
Yeah.
something? He'd be like me. About every 5 years, you just goddamn say fuck it. Shit just pisses you off so much. You can't kill somebody. You can't kill yourself. Might as well drink. And then, oh man, it's not good at all. Let's see. You got it. You have to be shown one more time. And you forget. That's why some people can get it.
Boy, my left hand is itching. You must gonna get
Mhm.
a lot of money from what you've been doing
Is
today.
that what that is? Or I'm gonna
If
get
if
smacked
somebody,
from it.
if you or somebody else, get, especially has to be left-handed, gets
Oh, like
money
Kylie
when
or
their
something.
hands itch. That's just an old
I
lesson.
believe it. I'm gonna have to look that up. But see, it's not showing it. Maybe it's in here. I got arrested for drinking too much. They put it on the internet. Where is it? You won't even talk about not recognizing me. There's Chrissy. I miss her. Oh, she's all right. There's Aries. He's on the internet. Isn't he cute? Aries. Oh, there. Here. This is what happens. And you look at that and you go, well, why would you want to do that again? You never got in too much trouble. That's my mugshot from.
That doesn't look anything like
Well,
you.
I looked like skeleton, but that was 5 years ago. I got too drunk and ran the red light, and they stopped me in the backyard and asked me why I ran the red light. I said, "Well,
You look kind of thin there.
oh, you're gone." It- you
Yeah.
know. All right, that's too much information. We're going to end the broadcast with no. We're going to look up left-handed itching.